Rein, a beast tamer working in the hero's party as support. He is not suited for combat but instead makes use of his skill to scout and carry their luggage. And he is very happy to have them by his side and continue aiding them in the missions. As he enters the room, he is shocked to know that he is being fired. Rein believes that they are just joking. But Arios, the hero, made it clear that he doesn't need a burden like him in his party. And just like Arios, Agath, Leanne, and Mina are serious about it too. They had enough of his uselessness and worthlessness. Rein is in shock and cannot believe this is real. He demanded the reason they are firing him. Leanne laughs and tells him to not be this foolish. Because all Rein do is a scout and carry their stuff. She tells him that they had enough of babysitting him and don't need his useless skill. Rein cannot believe that until now they were disgusted by him. Before leaving, Arios tells Rein to leave his gear behind since they were the ones who gathered it. As he left, all of them are laughing and had a sigh of relief. Rein, sitting under the shade of a tree, is still processing what just happened. After all the moments they shared, he is devastated to know they all were just faking it. A few kids come and request Rein to show them his taming skills like he usually does. Rein tames a hawk and makes him do some skills. The kids are amazed. They tell Rein that they also want to be a beast tamer like him. Rein is surprised to hear it because he thought everyone wanted to be a hero. The kids don't like the hero because he is always rude to them. Looking at the sky, Rein decides that he wants to be an adventurer and travel to different places without any restrictions. He goes to the Adventurers Guild. There, Natalie, the receptionist, tells Rein about the different ranks of the mission assigned to adventurers. They are from F to S, with S being the toughest. She is shocked to know his class is Beast Tamer. She is worried and tells him to take care of himself. And to prove his skills, every beginner adventurer is required to complete a trial. This is to make sure the guild doesn't register unskilled adventurers. Rein understands it and goes to his trial. It is an F-rank trial. He is required to slay 10 goblins and collect 20 medicine herbs. After he was done slaying 10 goblins, Rein hears a girl screaming. He goes there and is shocked to see a D-ranked monster, Killer Tiger, attacking a girl. Even though the monster is too much for him, Rein still attacks him. As the Killer Tiger targets Rein, he tells the girl to run away. The girl, gathering her last strength, jumps and defeats the Killer Tiger in one hit. Rein is impressed. He is in disbelief to see a cat spirit, one of the mythical species like her, in a forest like this. As the monster vanishes, Rein catches the girl before she hits the ground. He asks if she's okay. The girl tells him that she is starving. So, Rein gives her some of the food he brings with him. As she is eating, Rein is still in disbelief to see a rare and mythical species like her. Cat spirits lack magical powers but have an insane amount of physical strength. Among cat spirits, other mythical species are dragonoids, fairies, and demigods. But even among them, the rarest is the cat spirit. After she is done eating, Rein asks the reason she is here. She introduces herself as Kanade, a cat spirit. Back in her village, the population is very less and they have to live quietly. She was bored, and that's why decided to do some traveling. She asks Rein to tell her all about himself. After knowing he is being betrayed by his party, Kanade is frustrated and wants to punch them. Rein appreciates her concern but tells her that they were right because his skill is useless. Kanade tells him that he is not useless. From the first moment she saw him, she knew that Rein is strong. She tells him to tame her. And since there are not many people who could tame a mythical spirit like her, this could prove Rein's strength. Rein is surprised. He doesn't think he is capable to tame her, but gives his best. He begins the taming ritual. Fortunately, he succeeded. Kanade is very happy. From there, they both go to complete Rein's trial. He tames a rabbit and orders it to bring his friend. After they all arrive, Rein tames all of them and orders them to bring 20 medicine herbs. As they all left, Kanade is freaking out to see the unrealistic amount of beasts Rein can tame. She tells him that this is incredible. But for Rein, this is just another day. Kanade tells him that normally a beast tamer cannot tame this much. And on top of that, she has a permanent contract with Rein. So taming this many is just insane. Even the people she knew are not capable enough to do it. Rein tell her that in his village everyone can tame these many beasts. Kanade is freaking out. After gathering the medicine herbs they go back to the guild. After receiving all the items, Natalie gives Rein his F-ranked adventurer card, along with 50 copper coins. Kanade is very excited and happy to know Rein is now an adventurer. A man is surprised to see a cat spirit in the guild. He asks her to come with him instead of this loser. Kanade is angry. She tells him that Rein is her master. And if he dares to say anything bad about Rein, she will punch him. The man laughs knowing Rein is her master because this means Rein is stronger than him, which is not possible. He challenges Rein to arm wrestle, with Kanade as the prize. Rein understands that if he refuses to fight, then this guy will not stop chasing after Kanade. So the best way to deal with this situation is to fight him. Seeing Rein has accepted the fight, the man is happy to know his luck has begun. Rein is ready and no way he is letting this man take Kanade. As the fight begins, in split seconds, Rein destroys him. That man is in shock. Rein is also confused. He doesn't know how he got this much stronger. Kanade explains that when a master tames a powerful beast like me, he also acquires the equivalent strength. This means that Rein is just as strong as Kanade. Natalie, on seeing what just happened, apologizes on the man's behalf. Because he has earlier also caused many problems, the guild was about to cancel his license. She is surprised as well as happy to see Rein having a strong partner like Kanade. She wishes him good luck and drags away the man. From there they go to their first job. But on seeing what they have to do, Kanade is sad and bored. Rein explains that because he is an F-rank adventurer he has to start with basic jobs. She suddenly hears yelling and screaming. They go to check the situation. There an old merchant is surrounded by the Ebon Fangs. This is a group of bandits with over 100 members. They do awful things like killing and stealing money and other stuff. Rein decides to save him, and tells Kanade to protect the old man while he is dealing with the bandits. While Rein is fighting, Kanade is worried because if Rein's body does not adapt to the sudden increase in power, he will explode. But seeing that he defeated everyone with ease, she is relieved. The old man thanks both of them. Rein asks the reason a traveling merchant like him was traveling without any guards. The old man tells that he hired some people. But when the Ebon Fangs came, they all left him and ran away. Both of them are disappointed to hear it. The old man shows his worry and tells them to escape. Or else they will be killed by the other Ebon Fangs members. After seeing how dangerous they can be, Rein decides to defeat every single member. Using his taming skills he finds out the location of the group. He tames an RBs. Because their sting can paralyze anyone for 12 hours. He orders it to bring more of his friends. Kanade is amazed and asks how Rein can tame an insect. It is because, just like beast taming, one of its sub-skills is insect taming. Even though he is not good at it, he can still tame a few of them. He tells Kanade to go to the town and bring some reinforcements like knights and guild members. Because it would be difficult to carry 100 bandits. Kanade is not happy to leave Rein's side but agrees to go. After she goes, Rein tames more RBs and sends them inside their hideout. On the other side, we got to know that the hired adventurers that left the old man are Leanne and Mina along with another adventurer. They accepted to go with the old man to make some extra money while Arios and Agath complete their meeting with the king. But on seeing the Ebon Fangs, they had no other choice but to run away. Leanne shows her frustration over the third member. He tells them that he is a beast tamer. And is not suited for close combats. Mina asks the reason he only tamed a single beast to scout the surrounding. Because if he had scouted 20, then they would have known the Ebon Fangs are coming. He is freaking out and tells that it is impossible for anyone to tame 10 or 20 beasts at a time. Matter of fact, taming even 2 beasts are extremely difficult. And if anyone tries to do it, it will burn out its nervous system. Both Mina and Leanne are confused and wonder why is he saying this when they witnessed Rein taming 10 to 20 beasts easily. They concluded that he is just lying. Leanne threatens him to take the blame for their failure on himself. And if he dares to tell anyone that 2 members of the hero's party failed, she will use her ultimate attacks on him. The guy got scared and run away. Inside the hideout, Rein has successfully immobilized everyone. And just then guild members also came to help. They are amazed to see Rein defeating the Ebon Fangs by himself. Rein asks why the knights didn't come. One of the guild members explains that the knights don't entertain low-level bandits. Suddenly a huge noise came from the cage. 3 lizard kings that were caught by the bandits escape and go on a rampage. They are C-rank monsters. Rein is not very confident. But on knowing Kanade is beside him, he becomes confident. Together they defeat the lizard kings. When they go back to the guild, on knowing they defeated the Ebon Fangs, Natalie promoted Rein to E rank. and as a reward gives several silver coins. With it, they go to an inn to stay. But unfortunately, the inn only has one room available. With every other inn currently closed, they are forced to live in a single room. Rein is embarrassed and decides to camp out. Kanade stops him and asks the reason. He tells that he is a guy. And to live with a girl makes him uncomfortable. Kanade tells him that she doesn't mind sleeping in the same room. It's not like she can spend the night with any other boy. It is because she trusts him. Rein tells her to not trust anyone so quickly. Kanade tells that when she was traveling, she encountered many people. All of them wanted her so that with her help they can climb higher ranks. But when she met Rein, he was not like them. She can feel how kind and good a person he is. After a lot of persuasions, Rein finally agrees. The next day, Natalie offers them a job. The hooligan is attacking anyone who crosses the Stridge Bridge. Fortunately, no one died. But this issue needs to be resolved quickly because the bridge is the only way to travel from the central continent to the southern continent. Natalie requests Rein to accept this job. And the reward for completing is 5 gold coins. As soon as Rein hears the amount, he agrees. Before coming to the bridge, Rein tries to ask about the hooligan, but apparently, no one disclosed anything. They arrive at the bridge. Both of them are shocked to see a red dragon flying above. As it landed, the dragon transforms into a girl. She introduces herself as Tanya, a dragonoid. Just like cat spirits, dragonoids is one of the mythical species. And their purpose is to find and fight stronger people. She challenges them to fight, or else she will not leave this bridge. Knowing Kanade is also a mythical species, Rein is confident. Tanya attacks Rein. Fortunately, he manages to block it. Tanya is impressed because until now, her first attack was enough to beat anyone. She steps back and breathes fire. Fortunately, just in time, they both manage to avoid it. However, Kanade's tail catches some of the fire. She is very sad to see her lovely tail in this condition. Angry, Kanade attacks Tanya with all her strength. Seeing they are evenly matched. Looking for an opening, Rein attacks. However, Tanya blocks both of them. She spins and throws them into the sky. While they are in the air, she again breathes fire. Fortunately, they both manage to avoid it. Seeing it is more difficult than thought, Rein comes up with a plan. He tells Kanade to buy him some time. And while they are fighting, Rein tames a bird and orders it to bring more of its friend. After they arrive, he orders them to attack. Tanya is disappointed to know this is the plan Rein was preparing for. Instead of hurting her, they are just irritating. As she moves a bit further, she collapses. In a confused tone, Tanya asks the reason. Rein explains that these birds are called pito. They are known for their poison. And with these many pitos, it was enough to paralyze even a dragonoid. Not able to move even a single finger, she gives up. Rein requests her to come with him. Thinking he will sell her to other humans, Tanya accepts her fate. However, knowing Rein just wants to talk to her, she is surprised. She agrees to come. At the guild, Natalie is very happy to know Rein has completed the job. And as for the reward, as soon they confirm his story, he will get it. She asks about the new girl standing beside him. To hide Tanya's identity, Rein tells that she is a friend that he met during the quest. And as for the tail and horns, these are just costumes. Before Tanya reveals who she is, Rein covers her mouth and left. In the town, Tanya is challenging everyone who she senses is strong. Seeing this, Rein tells her that she cannot do this, or otherwise if her identity is revealed the whole town will be in a panic. She understands and apologizes. Rein is curious and asks the reason the men Tanya defeated didn't disclose anything about her. It was not like she threatened them, it was only because they don't want to tell that they lost to a girl. Rein tells her to fly as far as she can. And to not cause trouble like this ever again. Tanya promises to not ever cause trouble. But instead of flying away, she decides to tag with them. This way she can train with the people who defeated her. Rein and Kanade are shocked. Rein doesn't mind inviting her but asks Kanade's opinion. Kanade is jealous but knows that Tanya is not a bad person, so she agrees. Tanya tells Rein to tame her also. Rein starts the taming ritual. And it is a success. After it's done, Tanya feels a bit weird but at the same time, happy also. At night in the town, after a tiresome mission, everyone is exhausted. Because after Rein is gone, they have to explore, complete missions, and fight monsters, while carrying heavy bags. Seeing that his team is exhausted and frustrated, Arios decides to bring back Rein by apologizing. He thinks because Rein is a nice person, he will come back. And after they complete their mission in the Lost Wood, they will fire him again. The next day with Tanya and Kanade, Rein goes on their quest to slay slimes. They are extremely weak, but because they multiply rapidly they pose great danger to crops. And is a well-suited quest for beginners. However, Kanade hates slimes because they are wiggly and sticky. Tanya assures Kanade not to worry because, with the help of her fire powers, she will vaporize them. After eliminating some slimes, there are no more to be found. Rein uses his skill Assimilate and transfers his soul into a bird. Now he can efficiently do the scouting. But because his physical body is soulless, someone is required to guard it, and cannot be used when he is alone. Both Tanya and Kanade are shocked to see this skill. Rein founds the location and they go there. Tanya asks Rein about what kind of magic power he has. He can do a bit of healing and fireball. But they are very weak. Tanya insists Rein use them and eliminate the slimes. Rein again emphasizes that his magic skills are very weak. But gives a try after a lot of persuasions from Tanya. When he uses it, Rein is surprised to see how powerful his magic skills have become. Tanya explains that just like Rein's physical abilities increased vastly after he tamed Kanade, similarly after taming Tanya, Rein's magic abilities related to dragonoids vastly increased. Tanya proudly tells that dragonoids are the second most powerful in magic skills and now that power is in Rein. Because of this, Tanya suggests Rein start practicing to control it. And with the help of Tanya, Rein is slowly able to control it. However, she is too strict and harsh. But still, Rein is grateful to have her teach him. After receiving the money in return for slaying the slimes, the three of them go to have dinner. After they eat, Tanya and Kanade ask Rein where he learned his taming skills. Rein tells that he is from a small village with no name. There everyone was a beast tamer. So there was not even a single day where he didn't have to use it. And slowly he learned them. Tanya asks Rein what he meant by, everyone was a beast tamer. Rein tells when he was around 12 years, one day like usual he goes to his training. After completing the training, on his way home, from afar he saw the sky glowing red. He rushes to the village. But unfortunately, he was too late. Multiple monsters attacked the village and burned everything. With him being the only survivor. Fortunately, an adventurer found and saved him. And just to earn his living, he was required to do chores and other work. But one day he met Arios. When he was invited, Rein was very happy and thought he can help Arios and his party in helping others. At that time he thought they wanted him as a comrade, but now on reflecting, they were just using him. Feeling bad, both of them hold Rein's hand. They tell him that they know how kind Rein is and how proud they are to call him their master. Both of them get angry and want to take revenge on Arios for treating his master like that. Rein is happy to know how considerate they are but tells them that he has gone over it. The next day, they slay some orcs for their quest. Rein warns both of them to be cautious because even though orcs are weak, they are smarter than goblins and slimes. Tanya is overconfident and assures Rein that no way a mythical species like her is going to get hurt by these low-level creatures. However, one of the trapped orcs grabs Tanya's legs. Shook, Tanya stumbles and vaporizes the orc. But another orc comes from behind and attacks her. Just in time, Rein comes and saves her. But in the process, he got hurt. Tanya is feeling very bad. Rein heals his hand and tells her to stay alert the next time. After exchanging the stones for money, seeing Tanya is not here, Rein asks Kanade about her. Kanade tells that Tanya is sad after what happened today and with a sad look is over the bridge. When Rein comes, Tanya is emotional and apologizes for her foolishness. And promises to not get overconfident ever again. Rein calms her down and tells that he forgives her. Kanade, who was worried, hugs Tanya. At night, after seeing how kind Rein is, Tanya wonders why she is feeling warmth in her heart whenever she thinks of Rein. She convinces herself that she is not romantically interested in Rein and is just a bit fond of him because he is her master. The next morning on the way for their next quest, Rein is shocked to see Arios and others in front. Arios greets, but Rein ignores him and goes the other way. Arios tells him that he feels bad for firing him. Even if Rein was useless, he still was useful in carrying their stuff. Tanya and Kanade come in front and threaten Arios to watch his mouth or they will destroy him. Arios is shocked to see two mythical species accompanying a weakling like Rein. He asks how is this even possible. At first, he thought it was them who are letting Rein tag along. But on knowing he is their master, Arios is shocked. Before Rein leaves, Arios stops him and tells him about the Lost Wood. The Lost Wood is like a maze, and that's why they need Rein to use his taming skills to scout and carry their luggage. Arios tells Rein to join his party and use his mythical species to help. Everyone tells that even though Rein was useless in combat in other areas, he was useful. Rein refuses to help after how they treated him. Mina tells that inside the Lost Wood, there is a legendary weapon that is required to save the world. Remembering his terrible past, Rein doesn't want anyone to go through that and agrees. Before they proceed further, Tanya and Kanade stop Arios and tell him to apologize to Rein by groveling. Or else Tanya will fry every single of them. Arios gets angry and tells that no way a hero will grovel against a pathetic weakling like Rein. In an angry tone, Arios orders Rein to tell his pets to mind their manners. Rein gets angry and warns Arios to not ever call Kanade and Tanya pets. Seeing how beautiful they are, in a cheeky tone Arios asks what else Rein makes them do for him. Rein gets angry and hits him. Seeing a low being like Rein punch him, Arios gets angry and demands Rein have a fight between their parties to see who is stronger. Rein accepts. Kanade is against Agath. The fight begins. Kanade unleashes her consecutive punches. Agath is shocked to feel tremendous power. He uses an attack, but Kanade deflects easily. He tells Kanade that from now on he is going to use his full strength. So Kanade also decides to use half of her strength. Knowing she was not even using half of her strength, Agath is not able to comprehend why a weakling like Rein is able to tame a beast like her. While he is thinking all this, Kanade kicks him and knocks him down. On the other side, Tanya is facing Mina and Leanne. They use their spells, but Tanya cancels their spells. With a confused look, both of them wonder what just happened. Tanya is laughing seeing their shocked face. They again use it, but their spells are again cancelled. Tanya tells them that their spells are pointless in front of her material canceller. Now to take revenge for insulting her master, Tanya demonstrates a bit of her magic power. On seeing the immense power, both of them are scared. Before the spell hits, Tanya cancels the spell and tells them that she was just joking. She doesn't want to destroy them or else Rein will be angry. They are knocked out as a result of shock. And for the last fight, it's between Rein and Arios. As Arios is talking about what foolish thing Rein has done by challenging him, Rein attacks him. Rein tells that he is not interested to hear anything Arios says. Seeing Rein insulting him, Arios attacks. With his fast swordsmanship, Arios is able to give some scratches. However, Rein wonders why a chosen hero is so weak. The time he fought against Tanya, he could feel the intensity, but now there is none. Rein punches him and Arios is sent flying. Arios is confused and wonders how a beast tamer has this kind of strength. So, Arios uses his magic power but is surprised to see his attack is neutralized. Knowing Rein can only use healing and fire magic, he attacks Rein with other spells. Rein dodges and thinks about how to counter it. Arios is confident, but suddenly he collapses. He is paralyzed by the archbees that Rein tamed while Arios was attacking him. Seeing there is no chance for him, Arios begs to spare him. But Rein refuses to. For mocking Tanya and Kanade, Rein knocks him down with just a shockwave. Soon Kanade and Tanya also arrive. After it, everyone apologizes to Rein. Arios explains about the shield of truth inside the Lost Wood being protected by a very powerful monster. And in order to take it, they have to be cautious. Rein, Tanya, and Kanade arrive in front of the Lost Wood. Using the assimilate skill, Rein looks at the surroundings. After scouting, they go inside it. But no matter how farther they go, they are returning to the same place. Tanya uses material search and finds the tree which was causing the illusionary magic to fool them. The tree is protected by a barrier, and to reach the shield of truth, they have to destroy it first. Kanade was about to destroy the tree, but suddenly a voice tells them to leave this place. A girl comes from the tree. It's a fairy, one of the mythical species, and their magic power is even stronger than dragonoids. Because of some conflict between humans and fairies hundreds of years ago, ever since then, fairies have a hatred toward humans. The fairy threatens them to leave or else she will force them with her magic. They run away. Outside the Lost Wood, Rein tells them before they do any attacks, he wants first to talk to her. He again goes inside and tries to talk, but the fairy tells him to leave. Seeing Rein is not leaving, Fairy uses her spell to scare Rein, but he still didn't run away. The fairy cannot trust a human because many humans who came here earlier stole and hurt the forest. But Rein seems different. Rein tells that not every human is bad. He may not be one of them but wants her to trust him enough to have a talk. She didn't want to be deceived again, so she attacks. But this time, Tanya and Kanade come in front. The attacks are stopped. The fairy asks why two mythical species are defending a human. They both tell how Rein helped them, and unlike most humans they have met, Rein is different and kind. Listening to them, the fairy comes down and asks Rein his name. After knowing his name, she tells, her name is Sora. After knowing they are here for the shield asked by the hero, she understands and gives the shield. Rein is surprised to see how easy it was. He asks about the monster which was guarding the shield. Sora tells that there was no monster. Ever since the first hero trusted the shield to the fairies, it is always them who guarded it. As they try to leave, looking at how sad Sora is, Rein tells that if something is worrying her, she can tell them. She wants to tell but knows after telling them, they will certainly help her and could get hurt. Rein tells her that even if it is dangerous, tell him. They will help her. Sora tells that her younger sister, Runa, and she were in charge of maintaining the barrier and protecting the shield. But, one day they have to leave because of a certain reason. A monster named Shadow Knight working for the Demon Lord attacks them. Runa saves Sora but as a result, got captured. Shadow Knights are C-ranked monsters. Usually, a low-rank monster can't defeat a mythical species. However, Shadow Knights possess the ability to nullify any magic attack. With fairies only able to do magic attacks, that's why even two mythical species weren't able to defeat him. The knight ordered Sora to lower the barrier if she wants her sister back. But Sora ran away because she didn't want to endanger other fairies. She asks the village leader for help, but he suggests Sora to abandon her sister as it will pose threat to other fairies if they unlock the barrier. Even though she understands the leader's point of view, she just cannot abandon her sister. Rein wipes off her tear and promises that they will give their best to save her sister. Sora hugs him and is thankful. Sora tells them that today is the last day the Dark Knight gave her to unlock the barrier. And if she didn't, he will kill Runa. She tells Rein about the location, and the three of them go there. They can see the captured Runa. Rein knows if the Dark Knight is alerted about their presence, he will immediately kill Runa. So to counter it, Rein creates a barrier of fire to block the Dark Knight's vision. And with the help of Kanade, he goes to fight him. While they are distracting him, Tanya frees Runa and makes a safe escape. By the time the Dark Knight sees them, Tanya has gone far. The Dark Knight gets angry and starts destroying the forest. Rein senses an incredible amount of power from the Dark Knight. He underestimated the power of monsters who serve the Demon Lord. Rein sends Kanade to fight him. And in the meantime, he tames multiple archbees and sends them toward the Dark Knight. Archbee's sting is not effective, but they are able to distract the Dark Knight. Rein uses Boost, which vastly enhances Kanade's physical abilities. Feeling incredible power within her, Kanade in just one punch destroys the Dark Knight. Inside the Lost Woods, Sora hugs her sister and gets emotional. She shows her gratitude to Rein and his party. Sora tells that she has decided to leave this forest with Runa. She understands the village leader's point of view. But just can't live with the people who abandoned her sister. And from now they both will travel with Rein. Kanade and Tanya like the idea. And Rein also agrees. But before they come, Sora requests Rein to form a contract with them just like Tanya and Kanade. Rein is a bit hesitant because he has only tamed beasts and insects. Taming two fairies is another level. But gives his best. And fortunately, the ritual is a success. And just like expected, Rein is a bit dizzy. They rest for a bit and go to Arios to deliver the shield. Arios couldn't believe that Rein managed to find it in just 2 days. While he and his party weren't able to find it for 7 days. He believes that it's a fake and tells Mina to check. Mina confirms that it is the shield of truth. Arios is in disbelief. He sees 2 new faces and asks Rein about them. Rein comes in front and tells him to mind his own business. Because if anyone knew that 2 fairies are in the town, it is going to cause a lot of problems. Rein receives 20 gold coins as per the deal. But when he tries to leave, Agath tells Rein to join them. After he left their party, they realized how much they need his scouting ability. Agath tells Rein that if he didn't help them, then will not get the fame and money for defeating the Demon Lord. Rein replies that he never wanted it. And he refuses to join them. After he leaves, Arios and others couldn't believe that Rein just rejected them. After all the humiliation he gave, Arios is angry and decides to erase Rein's existence. Sora asks Rein whether only the hero is capable to defeat the Demon Lord. Rein explains that, unlike others, the chosen hero has unlimited potential to grow his powers. Because he has God's blood in his body. Sora is confused because Rein also has that kind of strength. After taming Tanya and Kanade he acquired their power. And now after taming her and Runa, he has fairy magic power. Kanade adds, that if Rein continues to tame more mythical species, he will definitely gather enough power to defeat even a demon lord. Rein tells them not to think highly of him. But he wants to eliminate evil from this world. And for it, he is ready to give it a shot. The next morning, Tanya insists Rein to buy a new weapon for him. Because only fighting with bare hands is not very effective. They arrive at the equipment shop. Gantz, the owner, is a dwarf. A dagger catches Rein's eyes. However, he doesn't sense much quality from it. Rein tells that the weapons here are not of good quality. And that if he has a better quality one he would like to buy that. At first, the owner seemed a bit angry but appreciates Rein's ability to judge it. Gantz reveals the ultimate collection he has forged. Instantly Rein can sense the swords are of excellent quality. Out of curiosity, Rein asks Gantz the reason he has hidden them. Gantz reveals that these swords are made after a lot of effort. For a weaponsmith like these, when he sees adventurers coming to buy the weapon without any compatibility knowledge, he can't see his weapons in their hands. Because after some time, they end up being thrown away. Impressed by Rein's ability to judge the weapons, Gantz tells that he is ready to make a special weapon for him. But for that, he needs some mithril ore. Gantz explains that he hasn't been receiving the supply of mithril ore for some time. And believes there is someone behind it. He gives Rein a quest to solve the problem and in return, he will give him gold coins. Rein declines the gold coins. Instead of coins, he would appreciate the special weapon forged by Gantz. Gantz is delighted to see someone appreciating his work. Rein goes to the guild to register the quest. However, there is a lot of commotion in front of the board. Natalie explains that the hero has offered a position in his party. Every adventurer is excited. Because they would receive glory and fame by defeating the Demon King. Natalie sees two new faces and asks about them. To avoid any trouble, Rein tells that they are his acquaintances. They begin the journey. Since the mithril excavation site is near, it didn't take much time to reach. Out of the cave, Rein suspects there are illegal miners inside. Suddenly two miners come and threaten Rein and others to show themselves. Everyone is surprised and wonders how they knew. Rein tells Tanya and Kanade to attack them, but too much. Because he needs to ask some questions. Despite telling, Tanya and Kanade knock out them. And in defense reply that they were too weak. Sora asks Rein if he wants her to search their memory. Rein is surprised and asks if this is even possible. Sora explains that fairies have unique magic which allows them to find out anything from anyone's memory. After searching, Sora tells that there are 5 illegal miners inside. And they all are adventurers. Rein notices a bird flying above weirdly. He suspects that inside the mine there is a beast tamer. Before entering he tells everyone to be cautious because inside the illegal miners know they are coming. Inside the mine, the illegal miners are alerted about their members being defeated. They cannot let anyone report on them. Or else their adventurer license will be cancelled. So, they decide to kill every single one of them. The moment Rein and others enter the mine, they are attacked by a fire spell. Runa and Sora come in front and blocks it. The miners again try to attack, but this time Sora and Runa bind them and cancel their attack. From behind, 2 miners shoot arrows and they are blocked by Tanya. Kanade knocks them out and ties them up. The last miner is remaining. He tries to stab, but Rein drives a punch under his chest. With no other options left, he calls out Behemoth, a B-rank monster that he had tamed. The last miner orders Behemoth to kill Rein and others. The Behemoth furiously attacks, and Rein dodges them. Rein sees it is dangerous for others to be here, so he orders them to leave immediately. After they left, Rein tries to take him on. But unfortunately, Rein is hit. Using this perfect opportunity, the Beast Tamer orders Behemoth to attack. But just then, Kanade comes and saves Rein. Rein tells Kanade to take care of the Beast Tamer, while he does something about Behemoth. After Kanade successfully grabs the Beast Tamer, Rein believes if everyone thinks he is strong, then should be capable to overwrite the contract. And fortunately, the overwrite is successful. The Beast Tamer is in disbelief to see his contract vanishes. In a confused tone, he asks how is this even possible. Rein explains that normally it is impossible, but when someone is extremely strong he can override it. The beast tamer is in a panic to see his last hope vanish. He doesn't want to be captured. So, he tries to overwrite the contract himself. But because he is unsuccessful, Behemoth goes on a rampage and furiously charges toward him. With no options left, Rein destroys the beast. He is a bit sad but knows this was necessary. After capturing them, they all are sent to prison. Rein goes back to Gaunt's and gives him the news. Gaunt is relieved and asks Rein what he wants him to make. Rein chooses a gauntlet and a dagger. Gaunt tells him to wait for a few days. And until then, Rein decides to take some rest. On the other side, we see Arios keep on rejecting the applicants. Because they are not capable of taming more than one beast at a time. He decides to wait for a few more days until they found someone better. Arios takes out a mysterious ring. He will use this to kill Rein. In the town, Rein is with Sora and Runa while Kanade and Tanya are still sleeping. A stranger stops them and demands Sora and Runa to be his brides. Both of them refuses in disgust. The stranger is Edgar, the son of the town's lord. Edgar is humiliated by their rejection. He threatens them to come with him. Or else he will make his guards kill every person here. Rein is in disbelief. Furiously he asks how a person who is in charge to take care of his people can threaten to kill them. Like a spoiled kid, Edgar sees everyone as a tool to make his desires come true. And doesn't care even if it means killing his people. Rein notices the guards have taken everyone hostage. He cannot deal with these many guards without letting anyone get injured. Sora and Runa ask if Rein wants them to help him. Rein doesn't want them to use their magic powers. Because if they did, their identity as fairies will be disclosed. So, he comes up with a plan. He uses Fairy's special skill and casts multiple fireballs at the guards. Edgar couldn't believe what just happened. And in panic run away. The people show their gratitude. However, an old lady suggests Rein leave this town, or else his and his friend's life will be in danger. At the inn, Rein tells Kanade and Tanya about what happened. Tanya is furious and asks Rein if he wants her to burn the mansion Edgar is living in. Rein refuses because they need evidence or else they could be executed for treason. In Edgar's mansion, he orders a knight to bring information on Rein and the two girls. Edgar calls a slave. To release his frustration he beats her. Rein with Kanade go to the Order of Knights to report the assault. But he soon found out every knight is being bribed by the Lord. A knight who earlier heard their conversation approaches Rein and Kanade. She introduces herself as Stella, vice captain of knights. She is disgusted to see the knights being corrupted. And emphasis that the knights only works for the king. After hearing Rein's conversation, she realized that it was him and his familiar who defeated the Ebon Fangs. She reveals that this region knight's captain is Gelay. He also works for the Lord. And with his help, Edgar is able to slave and kidnap beasts and people for his entertainment without receiving any punishment. Stella wants Rein's help to bring justice. Rein believes Stella is lying and is setting a trap. However, Kanade assures that she does not sense any malintention from her. So Rein also agrees to trust. And they both shake hands. For the next few days, Rein using Stella's team members spreads a rumor about the evidence regarding Lord and his son's illegal activities being kept inside a warehouse. Gelay knows this could be a false rumor but knows they can't ignore it. As soon as they enter, using his new gauntlet Rein fires at the knights. However, he is unable to because of Gelay's keen sense. Gelay is furious to see Stella committing treason. He attacks her without any mercy. Stella tells that she couldn't see the person she admired losing the sense of justice. Stella without holding back deals a heavy blow and knocks him out. Edgar is frustrated to know Gelay and the other knights are arrested. He doesn't know how this happened. And beats the slave. The girl cries and begs for someone to help her. Arios covering his identity comes. He tells Edgar the person behind the arrest is Rein. And if he didn't take any action, Rein will snatch away his people, his wealth, and his women. So as a solution, Arios gives him the mysterious ring. By using it, Edgar will stop Rein. Stella with other knights goes to the Lord's mansion for an inspection. The guards stop them and ask about Gelay. Stella tells that because of corruption and injustice, he is behind the bars. The guards start to panic to know this. And warns that it's the Lord's order to keep away everyone from the mansion. Stella doesn't care about the Lord, because it's only the king's order that they follow. The guards with no option left, call more guards and attacks them. In the mansion, the Lord is worried to see the situation. He asks his son about it. Edgar assures him that everything is under control. And for the meantime tells him to leave the mansion. On the side, Rein with Sora and Runa uses the fight as a diversion to enter the mansion. Runa uses material search. She senses an incredible amount of magic power. It is greater than theirs. And that's why they believe it is a mythical species. Rein tells both of them to find the kidnapped slaves and take them to safety using their teleportation. And he will confront the mythical species and Edgar. After they both left, Rein looks for Edgar. Sensing an incredible amount of power, he enters the room. She found a demigod covered with bruises behind the bars. The demigod is scared and requests him to not hurt her. Rein breaks the lock and immediately heals her. Her name is Nina. She gets emotional and thanks Rein. We go into the past when Nina was free and was worshipped by humans. But one day, Edgar notices a mythical species in a village. He tries to take her but couldn't because of Nina's magical power. So he takes the villagers as hostages and orders Nina to become his slave. Nina couldn't see the villagers hurt, so she agrees and put on the slave collar. In the present, when Rein tries to take off the collar, he is unsuccessful because of the vast magic power embedded in it. Nina tells Rein to leave her because she can't see him in pain. Rein tells her to trust him. Nina could see the kindness and allows Rein. Fortunately, with enough power, Rein destroys the collar. Rein is exhausted after using his power. Nina hugs Rein and thanks him for ending the suffering. Outside, Tanya and Kanade take care of the knights with Stella's help. After taking the captured people to safety, Runa and Sora join. Inside the mansion, they reunite with Rein. They are sorry to see a demigod in such an awful condition. The Lord who is trying to escape is caught by Rein. Just then Edgar comes and uses the ring. A Reaper appears and attacks Rein. Everyone is devastated. However, nothing happened. Sora is surprised because the Reaper used a death scythe which can kill anyone. So to check something, Runa casts poison on Rein. However, he is still unharmed. Runa concluded that after taming her and Sora, Rein also received a special skill, nullification. With it, he can nullify any magic. To see Rein unharmed, Edgar is in panic. He sees Nina with him and starts to lose his mind. The ring senses a corrupt and disgusting soul. It devours Edgar and starts to transform. Rein senses an incredible magic power, and uses a fireball before it spreads further. However, the transformation is complete. Rein is terrified to see it's the demon who destroyed his village 10 years ago. The demon flies away to destroy the town. Rein understands Nina doesn't like to hurt or see anyone get hurt. And tells her to stay with Stella. Nina agrees. Rein with others, go to the demon. Kanade attacks and Rein binds him. But still, the demon easily breaks free. Sora and Runa use flash impact. But the demon is unharmed. He calls his servants and made them attack Rein and others. For mythical species, the monsters are not much of a threat. However, because they are spawning endlessly, everyone is getting exhausted. Kanade, using an opportunity, rushes to attack the demon. However, she is blasted away by the demon. Rein rushes toward Kanade and heals her. The demon starts to launch multiple attacks throughout the town. Sora and Runa drive a light sword and paralyze the demon. Rein uses multiple boost on Kanade and Tanya. Both of them attack the paralyzed demon with their boosted abilities. And at last, Sora and Runa use judgment on him. Even after all this, the demon is alive. The demon summons flying monsters and flies away from Rein and others toward a top of a building. So that he can't be bothered. Rein understands they cannot just focus solely on the demon. He tells Sora and Runa to gather all the people in one place. And teleport them to a safe place even though their identities will be disclosed. Runa and Sora go to Stella and tell her to bring the people to this location. On the other side, Agath and Mina tell Arios about the demon destroying the town. They are worried because the demons are the frontline soldiers of Demon King. And it's the duty of the hero and his party to defeat him. Arios gets angry and tells them to not teach him what to do. He explains that the only purpose of the hero is to defeat the Demon King, not these low-level demons. With no power to convince him, both Mina and Agath apologize and tells Arios, he is right. At the location, Stella and her knights bring the people. The townspeople are shocked to see two fairies in front of them. They are hesitant to enter the teleportation circle. Because fairies have hatred toward humans. The old woman, who Rein earlier saved, tells everyone how kind and good they are. After she enters the portal, everyone agrees to trust them. At last, it's Nina's turn to enter. But she conflicts with herself. She neither wants to hurt anyone nor to see anyone get hurt. But also she doesn't want to be a burden on Rein and run away helplessly. So decides to help and run toward him. Rein, Kanade, and Tanya are dealing with the monsters. But because there is no end to them, they cannot do anything about the demon. Every adventurer from the town comes and starts to help. Gauntz also arrives with his ultimate weapons and allows them to use them. With their help, Rein and others can focus on the demon. However, he is just too far. Rein wants to use teleportation. But Tanya explains that even with Sora and Runa's teleportation, it would take a few seconds to reach there. And by then the demon will know about it. The solution is to do instant teleportation. But because it requires a great amount of magical power, even the fairies are incapable to do it. Just then, Nina arrives and hugs Rein. She doesn't want to be a coward and wants to help him. Tanya and Kanade instantly realize that a demigod possesses great magical power. And with Nina's help, Rein can teleport toward the demon. Rein asks Nina if she will help him to get up there. Nina without any hesitation agrees. While Kanade and Tanya deal with the monsters, Rein carries Nina on his back and runs toward the demon. On seeing Rein approaching him, the demon attacks. And fortunately, with Nina's instant teleportation, Rein avoids the attacks. And with it gets in front of the demon. The demon is surprised, but on seeing a demigod he understands how Rein pulled it off. But he is not scared of a mere human. Rein uses boost on himself. Just before the demon does anything, he binds the demon and starts to overwrite his control over the monsters. The demon tries to stop Rein, however he is unable to. And soon the taming is a success. Now all the monsters are under Rein's control. The demon is in disbelief and tells the monsters to attack Rein. But with now Rein being the master, the monsters start to devour the demon. And after some time, the demon vanishes. The next day everyone begins restoring the town. Stella notifies Rein about the village in which Nina used to live is no more. The villagers left a few years ago and now it is abandoned. So Nina decides to live with Rein and requests him to tame her. Rein starts the taming ritual. And it's a success. And everyone warmly welcomes her. At the guild, Natalie informs Rein that he is promoted to C rank adventurer. Rein is surprised because instead of D he is promoted to C. Natalie explains that because he defeated an A rank demon he deserves this title. And with it, he will also receive a huge reward. In the town, Arios with his party comes and demands a week's ration. Because they are short in funds, they will not pay it. And tells that it is an honor for you people to help the hero. The people are shocked and can't believe what the hero is talking about. They just survived a disaster and barely have enough food for everyone. The shopkeeper gets angry and snaps back at Arios. First, he and his party didn't even help them against the demon and now, they want a week's ration without giving any money. Soon, everyone starts to yell at them to leave the town. And that the beast tamer was more of a hero than him. Arios in anger leaves the town, with more conviction to destroy Rein. Consider liking and subscribing this channel if you enjoyed the recap. Have a wonderful day ahead.